Let me show you some tips and tricks for POCO C85. The first thing that I want to show you is the customization of the control center. There's actually one thing or one of the options that we have available over here that I think is worth mentioning, and it is the song search. We can of course tap on edit on the last page in order to decide what should be added to the list. So for example, if needed, you can add something quite easily just by dragging it to the upper side. And we should be able to find the song search among these options. With song search, we can make the phone listen to the background, and then the song title can be detected. So if you don't know the name of a song or the artist, then of course you can just play that, make the phone listen to the music, and then you should be able to get Google search results with that song title. Another thing that I want to show you is the app drawer customization, because by default the app drawer looks a little bit different. For example, you don't see the wallpaper. We have a bunch of different app suggestions, and also we have categories at the top of the list. But if you tap on this setting icon, you can, for example, disable these suggestions. You can manage categories or completely disable them. And you can also customize the background quite easily. So you can make it, for example, transparent so you can see the wallpaper all the time. Definitely worth checking out. If you press and hold your finger on an empty space on the home screen, then of course you will open this editing mode, and we can tap on settings in the bottom right corner, and you should be able to find transition effects. We have a bunch of different effects that we can use on our phone. For example, we can use this cube one, and if you switch between pages, then I don't think it was actually set up. I'm not sure. Oh, we have to tap done. Right, I forgot about tapping done. But yeah, as you can see, we have this little transition effect that is quite cool. Now, while we are on the home screen, another thing that I should show you is the folder customization. If you press and hold your finger on a folder and go to edit folder, you can, for example, make it a little bit bigger, and we can have access to certain apps in a much easier way. So let me actually add some apps in here. And as you can see, we have these icons, and usually these apps can be accessed just by tapping on these icons. So you don't really have to, for example, open a folder in order to then open an app. Instead, you can just simply tap on the icon within the folder, which allows you to quickly access apps that are still organized in some way. Now, besides that, we have the security app, which is itself quite great because it provides many different features. Like, for example, there is a cleaner, there is boost speed option, and so on and so forth. But we can also find a toolbox. So if we scroll all the way down, we have the toolbox by swiping up. And we can find a bunch of different tools in here that can be quite useful. Like, for example, the data usage management. We have game turbo settings. We have dual apps option, the block list where we can block calls from strangers, for example. There is also the hide apps option and the app block as well. And we even have solve problems option. So if you have some issues with your phone, maybe you can use this. All right. And now we're gonna go to settings. And in here, if we scroll down, we should be able to go to additional settings and then open the gesture shortcuts. In here, we have turn on torch, which can be activated by double pressing the power button. So if I double press the power button, I can easily activate and deactivate torch on my phone, which can be quite useful for some people, I believe. And there is also one more thing, the double tap fingerprint sensor. The fingerprint sensor is actually located on the power button. So instead of pressing the button, you can just gently tap on the button, and something can happen depending on what you choose over here. So if I want to, I can just set it to, for example, take a screenshot. And if I double tap the power button, as you can see, the phone captures a screenshot quite easily. So that's pretty much it. Subscribe to my channel.